In a market where the SUV has taken over almost everything, and even Hyundai is quietly retiring the i30 hatchback, the i30 Wagon has somehow survived. It is one of the last affordable, sensible estates you can still walk into a showroom and buy new, and that alone makes it worth paying attention to. For 2026, Hyundai has given it just enough of a refresh to keep it relevant, with updated looks, more standard equipment, and a switch to mild hybrid power across the range. It is not chasing fashion. It is quietly doing the job that made estates popular in the first place. From the outside, the i30 Wagon is handsome in an understated, grown-up way. The 2026 update brings sharper detailing front and rear and a cleaner overall look. But the basic shape is what matters here: a long roof, a big tailgate, and proportions designed around carrying things rather than looking tall. It does not try to disguise itself as something more rugged or more aggressive. It looks like exactly what it is, a practical family car, and on the show floor, it has a quiet, honest appeal that the taller crossovers around it often lack. Inside, the cabin is where you feel both the car's strengths and its age. The layout is clean and easy to use, the materials are solid, and the 2026 update adds more kit as standard, so even the lower trims feel reasonably equipped. Rear seat space is good for the class, with enough room for adults to sit behind adults, and there is a clear central touchscreen and wireless charging higher up the range. The driving position is good, and visibility is excellent. What you will notice, if you have sat in the very newest rivals, is that the screens and the overall design are a step behind the cutting edge. This is a car that was first designed several years ago, and while it has been kept up to date, it does not feel quite as fresh inside as something launched yesterday. But the boot is the entire reason this car exists, and it delivers exactly what you want. At 602 liters, around 21 cubic feet, it is bigger than what you get in plenty of SUVs that cost considerably more, and because it is a low, square, flat load space rather than a tall, narrow one, it is genuinely easy to load. Fold the rear seats and it opens up into a near van-like space. If breakdowns like this help you work out which family car actually fits your life, subscribe so you catch the next one. For anyone who regularly carries bikes, dogs, prams, or flat-pack furniture, this is the kind of practicality that quietly makes life easier every single week. Under the hood, every version is now electrified in a mild way. The main engine is a 1-liter turbocharged petrol with a 48-volt mild hybrid system, making around 120 horsepower, and there is a 1.6 diesel option with 136 horsepower for high-mileage drivers. Neither is fast, but neither needs to be. The petrol officially returns just over 50 miles per gallon in UK testing, and the mild hybrid assistant smooths out the stop-start driving that fills most people's days. You can have a manual gearbox or a 7-speed automatic, which is a refreshing amount of choice in a class that increasingly offers none. On the road, it is comfortable and quiet rather than sporty, tuned for everyday ease. Now for the honest part. As good as the i30 Wagon is at its core job, there is no getting around the fact that it is an older design, and there is no full hybrid or fully electric version, just the mild hybrid setup. Buyers who want the latest cabin technology or proper electric running will need to look elsewhere. But here is the context that matters. Because this car has been refined for years, it is a known quantity, well sorted and dependable, and Hyundai backs it with one of the longest warranties in the business. Add in the big boot, the low running cost, and a price that undercuts most of the SUVs people cross-shop it against, and the i30 Wagon makes a smart money argument the flasher options struggle to answer. Taken together, the 2026 i30 Wagon is a reminder that the most practical answer is often the least fashionable one. It is not the newest car in its class, and it is not trying to be. What it offers instead is genuine space, genuine value, low running costs, and the reassurance of a long warranty, all wrapped in a body style that does the family job better than the SUVs that replaced it. For the buyer who cares more about what a car does than what it signals, the i30 Wagon might quietly be one of the smartest buys on the market.